watching it, and all of a sudden,
and a little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, a pair of jeans that fit just right.
I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers. If you want to help out the channel, support me on Patreon at Crimson60620 and on Twitch at Crimson620. Thank you for your support, and please enjoy the video. So we can actually make sure that we can actually set the proper mood for what's going on. Guys, remember this about a month ago? Where you were actually watching that very intense coverage of, Ukraine. And you're watching CNN, and this shit happens. Watching it, and all of a sudden,
and a little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened on network news. That was the thing that happened, and I know a lot of people were just like, "Wait, what the fuck?" It's air raid sirens, and all of a sudden, eating good in the neighborhood. And it seems like Applebees can't catch a fucking break. And why do I bring that up?
Welcome back.
Shut up. Because this. Now, what happened with Applebees recently? It was a Vice article. Yeah, he was getting to work. He was twerking. But it was a Vice article that came out. And here, check this shit out. An atrocious email caused a mass resignation at a Kansas Applebees. Email portrayed high gas prices and inflation as opportunity for a company to rebuild its workforce first and pay lower wages. And look. That's why my date that I had was at Chili's. Oh no, look. Yeah, no. We got a bot in the chat. We have a bot in the chat. So, 5 hours into Jake Holcomb's shift as a manager, can we? Oh, okay. Yeah, like, can we not? Can we get these? Like, hold on. Let's take these motherfuckers out of the chat. Let's take these motherfuckers out of the chat. Like, yeah, can we kick these motherfuckers out the chat? God damn it. I am. Oh, YouTube is off. Okay. YouTube stopped streaming. We'll get to them later. YouTube stopped streaming. Hold on. YouTube stopped. There we go. All right, they're gone. That's how you take care of bots. That's how you take care of bots, people. That's how you take care of bots. All right, let's go. So, yeah. before we were rudely interrupted. 5 hours into Jake Holcomb's shift as manager at the Applebees in Lawrence, Kansas last Monday, a co-worker came in to eat with a friend and asked him if he had seen the email. Make this a little bit bigger. Holcomb's column was referring to the now infamous message from Wayne Pankratz, an executive at a franchise group that operates the Lawrence restaurants and dozens of others. The email, which was sent to other executives in the franchise group that operates Applebees and later forward to the Lawrence store, portrayed high gas prices and inflation as the opportunity for the company to rebuild its workforce and pay lower wages. The letter wrote, most of our employee base and potential employee base live paycheck to paycheck. Pankratz wrote on the March 9th email, any increase to gas prices cuts into their disposable income. As inflation continues to rise and gas prices continue to go up, it means more store employees will need to work to maintain their current standard of living. Nothing like capitalism that keeps the poor in poor fucking living conditions. The labor market is about to turn in our favor, meaning that, well, these people, they realized that they can live without shit, and now it's going to be even harder for them to live without shit. So this just make them like fucking poor and shit like that, and we can just pay them little wages so they can be hungry, like that idiot John Tafford did on that Fox News interview. Wayne Pankratz of Applebees says that higher gas prices make for great business because most employees live for paycheck to check, and hopefully they can start lowering wages. When Holcomb actually read the note, he quit on the spot. Before he left, he pointed out about 24 stacks of emails. He printed out about 24 stacks of emails, showed them to his coworkers, and put them all over the stores, on tables, bar tops, host stands, the doors, even computer terminals. And I gave everyone in the restaurant their food for free. We didn't even close the store. Holcomb, 23, told Vice News. In the week since the email was sent, a mass exodus has happened at the restaurants. 4 out of 6 managers and at least 10 other workers either quit on the spot or handed in their notices. According to the workers, the tone-deaf message, screenshots of which later appeared on posts on Reddit, was the breaking point for some workers. Told Vice News, they have been underpaid, overworked, and mistreated by companies during a time of unprecedented stress in the service industry. So yeah, fuck corporations. This was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. The situation where everyone was feeling underappreciated and were understaffed. Adrian Kelly, a 22-year-old bartender and service at the Lawrence Applebees, who quit Monday. And then this email was so atrocious that it kind of tipped everyone over the edge. When Jenna Willis, 23, arrived at the restaurant the morning after Holcomb's shift and read the emails, she also decided to quit. Oh my gosh, I was so mad. The former Applebee's manager told Vice News, I let the staff that showed up to open the restaurant open that morning read it, and they were livid. So I told them if they wanted to make money, we would open. But if they didn't really feel like it at this point, well, the staff agreed to shut the store down for several hours. How can we continue to work for a company that doesn't even care about us? Willis said. Both Applebee's and the American franchise brands, which owns the Lawrence franchise, have distanced themselves from Pankratz's email. But they didn't distance themselves enough, did they? Really, did they? Scott Frencher, a spokesman for AFC Brands and Apple Central LLC, the subsidiary operating the Lawrence restaurant, told the Kansas Star and Lawrence Journal World that the email was embarrassing. Oh, no shit. He said the quiet parts out loud. Apple's chief operating officer, Kevin Carroll, said that the statement provided to Vice News that said in the statement provided to Vice News that Pinkert's emails was the opinion of an individual, not Applebee's. Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, they fired the fuck out of him. On Monday, came up to it. On Monday, Applebee's corporate office confirmed to Vice that Pancras had been terminated. Our team members are the lifeblood of our restaurants and our franchisees. They're always looking to reward incentivize team members, new and current, to remain in Applebee's family. An email and phone call to Prince went unreturned, as did emails to the company's area director and regional vice president, both of whom were CC'd on the email. Can't have that shit. This shit is literally pushed by these motherfuckers. Oh, excuse me. Overworked and low paid. Like other restaurant chains around the country operating during the pandemic, Applebee's has struggled to hire employees, many of whom left the service industry entirely for more stable and less demanding work. More than 10% of jobs in accommodations and food services were open in January compared to only 7% of all positions in the U.S. according to Bureau of Labor Statistics. So what that is saying is that no, it's not that people don't want to work jobs. This is the bullshit that these companies want to tell you. Look at who's actually saying that. The people who's actually saying that are not engineers. They're not people who want to do. No, the labor shortage is service jobs. Service jobs where people get paid like shit, and they don't want to do the shit. You don't see this problem in engineering jobs. You don't see this problem with a lot of these other fucking jobs. You see these problems in these jobs where people get treated like shit, paid like shit, and fucking overworked. And that's the thing. That's the shit that they don't tell you, because they want you to identify with the fucking business owners and not the people who are actually working, which you're more like. You're more like the people that run this restaurant, that fucking run this restaurant, than the fucking people that own this restaurant. You are more like the people that grind their ass out every day to bring home shit for their families than the motherfuckers who sit back and talk about, well, he can get the poor to work harder, so fuck him. Here, last May, Applebee's even hosted a national hiring day to try to bring 10,000 new employees across the U.S. The company promised potential candidates a voucher for free appetizers once they completed the interview. The fuck? Man, fuck these people. With a promise of free mozzarella sticks didn't make much of a dent in the shortage. Yeah, of course. Said fuck your mozzarella sticks. Kelly started working as a bartender and server in Applebee's last month. Honestly, with our turnover rate, that's a pretty solid timeline. Sometimes, Kelly said that the bartender is the only person in the restaurant, aside from the chefs and the managers. Some days it's fine, but it's a college town, Kelly told Vice, and it can get kind of busy out of nowhere, where there are some days where we had servers who were very, very stressed about it. Willis would do 4 interviews a day and hire most of the people she spoke with, she said, but it wasn't. Did I skip something? Oh, yeah. Willis would do 4 interviews a day and hire most people she spoke with, she said, but it wasn't enough to solve the shortage either. We wouldn't get anybody to actually show up to the store after being hired, Willis says. When Jonas Wergens began working at the store 6 months ago, it was a trial by fire. The first day that I bartended at Applebee's, because I showed up in the morning, the bartender didn't show up, and my manager was like, hey, you're on bars today. Wergens, who had no experience making cocktails prior to working at Applebee's, told Vice News. The reason for the understaffing is fairly simple. Employees aren't making enough money. Prior to the pandemic, Willis said service can expect to make $100 to $150 per night. Now, post-COVID, it's like 60. She told Vice News. One day, workers recalled he worked a double shift from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. because another bartender didn't show up that day, and made about $250. But it was a long day, and for how much? Now, keep in mind, the scam that like restaurant owners do. So you at least need to make minimum wage. And contrary to popular belief, minimum wage for bar staff is the same minimum wage as everybody. They're just accounted for their tips. Now, here's the fucked up part about it. Most bar staff, most waiters, and most servers, they won't claim that they didn't make enough tips. Because what happens is, even if it's slow, you'll get those bar staff to actually say like, well, yo, I don't want to rock the boat, so I'm not gonna claim that I make enough. Because what is gonna end up happening is the manager is gonna basically say, you're not being productive, you should actually be doing this, you should be actually doing that. Yeah, no, that is a lot to fucking like $150. $150. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. With $150, that ain't shit. And the fact that a lot of people actually think that, oh, well, you should work your way up. Waitressing and it's nothing like, dude, like, fuck. Like, people keep saying this shit and they don't realize that, yeah, they are making a, yeah, that's before taxes. Like, they don't realize they're making a case for polyamory because, shit, let's all live together, fuck, and share expenses. Like, yeah. Managers weren't better off. Willis worked for a year and a half as a salary manager, making $40,000 a year, but she often worked 60 hours a week at the restaurant. I took home work with me too. In January, she took a full-time job somewhere else and has since reduced her role to an hourly manager 2 days a week. She has a full-time job and she fucking do this shit. Wait, what? What's up, Mikey family? She a full-time job, then do 2 days a week. Employees' prior experience with higher ups didn't help matters either. Willis recalled the interview she had with Pancratz last year when she was up for a promotion. That man is something else of himself, she said of Pancratz. He would ask me a question and then wouldn't even give me an opportunity to actually answer it before he was already answering and explaining it to me. As if I didn't understand it from the beginning. Oh, if you don't understand, I'm just going to explain it harder. And then if I don't explain it harder, you're just too stupid. You can just tell Pancratz didn't care about employees, Holcomb said, attributing his perception of Pancratz' overall demeanor out of the email. I would have expected that from him. Fisher said that the spokesman for AFC Brands told Kansas City Star that Pancratz doesn't have the authority to create a policy for our company and the brand or anything. Both Willis and Holcomb, however, said that Pancratz has much more power than the company suggests. I bet they did. When I was a kid, a steelworker made enough money to buy a car, house, and a wife didn't have to work, and they could take vacations a year, 2-week vacations a year. I know. Other people at the company take what Pancratz said as serious and kind of a blindly supporting him. Fisher also suggested to the Star that the email may have been written in the middle of the night. Why would it matter if one was written? A copy of the email obtained by Vice shows the timestamps on Pancratz. Like, he was up at fucking almost 4 o'clock in the morning, jerking the fuck off. Like, yeah, fuck the pores. Fuck the pores. Like, he was jerking off to fucking. Pancratz wasn't the first time. Pancratz's email wasn't the first time the company has drawn national scrutiny. In 2018, after the incident at an Apple Central owned restaurant in Missouri, 2 black diners were racially profiled. Apple Central shut down that location and 6 others in Missouri and Kansas. So wait, this wasn't. Oh wow. Okay. Shit. Applebees later sued Apple Central's principal shareholder, Greg Georges, for $11 million, alleging a failure to pay rent and other fees, significant brand and reputational damage. So Apple Central, Apple Central isn't like, oh wow, dag, they are a fucked up ass place, yeah. Applebee's voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit after a few months. According to court records, Applebee's didn't respond to the request or comments during damage control. Like, this is a long article. Almost finished with it. On March the 22nd, after Lawrence store had been shut down for hours, 2 area directors from ANC Brands came to the store to do multiple employee described as damage control with the workers who were left. We talked to them for a few hours, and they made many promises about the things that were going to change. Things have not changed yet, so I have not gone back. I don't actually expect them to make any changes, as you don't say. It hasn't worked. 3 people quit on Monday alone. A worker walked out in the middle of a shift, and Kelly and another employee put in their notices in solidarity. I believe the management is waiting for the issue to fade away rather than take opportunity to fix all the problems faced. So I don't see a reason to stick around, he said. One civil item of the fallout for the restaurant workers have been sticking together in their response to the email. The employees and managers have been pretty tight on this issue. We're all kind of united about it, Kelly said, and they support each other. It's been really good. What did you send? Wait. Shit. Oh God. Oh, okay. We read this later. We read this after this article. The public backlash has been swift and widespread too. Willis shared in an email in local Florence Facebook group while Holcomb's friends point. Shit. While Holcomb's friends posted the screens to anti-work, we know what happened on anti-work. It was supposed to receive more than 75,000 upvotes and 5,200 comments. It was a Tuesday, and just like that, I never ate at Applebee's again. And like that, you knew that they fucked up. Oh God, this is probably one of the most key points. Holcomb says he hopes people in similar situations take note of the response and support that Applebee workers who quit and have received from people of Lawrence and across the country. Holcomb said that he was even offered a job after he did a radio interview by email. All right, yeah, no, this is fucking awesome. That is awesome. When people just like, man, fuck this job. Fuck this job in particular. Fuck this job. Fuck the horse it rode in on. Fuck the road. Fuck, like, man, they was like, fuck this job. And I respect the shit. And you know what? There's not a labor shortage. It's just a shortage of people taking bullshit now. And if you actually look at that clip, it's a labor shortage. It's a labor shortage. No, the fuck it's not. It's these lazy ass, bullshit ass, motherfucking restaurant owners and managers. Not even the actual shift managers, but the motherfuckers that don't want to do no fucking work for it. I'm talking about nobody want to work. No, nobody want to work for your shitty ass. You mad because your family have to work in your restaurant and really have to deal with the fact of how people treat other fucking restaurant owners? Yeah, get fucked, motherfuckers. Get fucked. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and all that other good shit. I want to say thank you for sticking around through the tech issues, and all that other good shit. Thanks.
If I gave myself the power